You know what it is, it's the mob. This is how to assemble a Sofubi or vinyl figure. I'm assembling my Door to Doom figure. Design was done by me, Goblin Mob, or the Mob. The sculpt was done by Corbin's Creatures. Shout out to Hollywood Corbin. First thing you want to do is get an X-Acto knife and always have extra blades. You do not want these to dull. So what you want to keep in mind before you start cutting is keep this edge at the base. It's vital for assembly because this is what you're going to glue the body to. What I do is I cut as much excess as I can off, and I do more than once. The reason why I do this is because when you get it towards the bottom, you don't want to make mistakes around the edges. You want to keep as much of that edge as possible. There's this point right here and you just cut it off at the base. It's meaningless, it doesn't have anything to do with anything. Like I said, just continuing cutting to get to that base, you just want precision when you get to the bottom. Finally, when you get to the bottom, you want to cut as much as the edge that's sticking up off. But keep the flat side because you're going to need it for glue. All you're doing is trying to cut it perfect so it fits flush with the body. It was hard to do on camera, so I apologize. But like I said, cut away as much as you can, leaving that flat base. When you're done, this is what it should look like. It should be flat and you should have that ledge. And just make sure you have a perfect mock-up before you glue it. What I recommend is that you have someone else help you when you glue, so one of you does the faceplate and the other one does the body half. And you want to cover the glue with all connecting edges. And I recommend the Gorilla Glue with the brush. Make sure it's brand new and you always have a new one. The stuff will sit and it will go bad, so don't have it more than a month. I'm not kidding. Also, when you glue it, hold it as tight as you can. The bottom is basically the same. You cut away the edge, and this is how I got it from the producer. It's barely a ledge, so you gotta grasp on to what we got. Just cut away the protruding parts. Carefully cut away those edges that are sticking up, but you still need that flat base. One thing I'll add is when you cut out the body, make sure you empty out all the excess inside. This is what it will look like when you're done cutting. It will have that ledge. And this is how the bottom plate will look. You still need that bottom edge, so don't cut that whole thing all the way to the base, because you'll need that part to glue. Do the mock-up, make sure it fits well so there won't be gaps. Make sure you press it together inwards towards the plate. This is how it will look when everything's assembled. You might have some small gaps. You could fill that in by pushing in some super glue in those and just holding them tight. One thing I forgot to mention, assemble the face to the body first and then do the bottom part. Granted, everything will go well. You'll have a beautiful figure at the end. And this, everybody, is the Door to Doom.